Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Talent Traders. Myself Bala here and welcome you all to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss about one of the charting scanner on Narrow ADR. So recently we made a video regarding that Narrow ADR, so which we are using with the charting scanners to find out stocks for tomorrow. So this particular scanner, I have some questions from my students and they are asking me, so that I'm going to discuss in this video. So here we using two narrow range, that is what a 2 ADR, that is our 10 period and 5 period. So we already created a custom indicator on charting. So based on that, we are simply creating this particular scanners to find out a stock which forming a such a pattern. So without custom indicator, this should be not possible. So even a normal ADR will not work to find out a narrow ADR for tomorrow. So we need to do a different coding for that. So the normal ADR and the narrow ADR for tomorrow. So maybe we are calculating the levels for tomorrow, that would require so different calculations. So that you need to understand. So by using that custom indicator, we created that narrow line. So both should be equal or very nominal difference between the 5 period or 10 period. So one more concept which you have to understood, sometimes 5 ADR would be less than and sometimes 10 ADR would be greater than. So to avoid that thing, so even we need to create a more indicator. So here in this case, normally 10 ADR would be always higher than the 5, but sometimes the 5 would be greater than the 10. So if you are using that particular time, so maybe that code will be not giving you such a perfect result. That is also we have fixed on the scanner. So look at the stock Bandhan Bank. So today market started very positive, almost 140 points, but finally 300 points negative. Maybe some big rally which is happening on both Nifty and Bank Nifty. All the indexes were down today. So but even this case, we are looking at that ADR indicator that is going to give you some opportunity to find out a trade by using only narrow. So by the scanner, we will find out the stocks one day before or one day advance. We will be finding out. So one of the stock which I'm taken out from narrow ADR is about Bandhan Bank, where exactly that range of that ADR should be very tight range. So 228.47 and 228.46, just a rupees 0.1, that is 0.01 is the difference between this upper level and lower level ADR. So this is what a perfect and narrow. So what we are looking for, so either upside close or a downside close which you are looking. So after this level, so we can keep this candle high as a stop loss or slightly above to that. ADR level also be the stop loss. Initially it given you some good move and then bounces back again, it fall down. So here the main importance where we are using the scanners and screeners to find the stocks. After that, whether you are going to take a trade by equity or in options or in a future, that depends on your risk ability. So here by using the charting scanners, we are finding out the stocks. So tomorrow, these are all the three stocks which forming a narrow ADR, but we don't have the code to find out tomorrow's a narrow ADR. But this was working. So ABFRL, Excite, and idea. So idea is not about liquid as well as high large size and so this one. So tomorrow it should be a very tight range, and today also it is looking around a tight range. But even though tomorrow it will be very narrow. And another one more stock which we find out, Excite Industries. These two which we can look for tomorrow. So narrow ADR and how this move going to work. So today also it is looking that narrow, but it is not about very big. So tomorrow it will be even more powerful narrow. So how do we identify whether these stocks are going to form tomorrow narrow ADR? Because this ADR is a price calculation and it is going to be start after market start around 9:15. So 9:15 itself we can check the values of that particular ADR levels if you are using. And if you are looking at yesterday's stocks, then yesterday's stocks means, so 20th we are filtering out this stock. That is for a next trading session. The next trading session would be 23. So these are all the stocks which forming a very narrow. So 2 days back, that is what on a Saturday closing. So we will be finding those stocks. Like let me check ONGC, Wipro are forming. One day advance we will be getting the stocks very narrow. In this case, ONGC, that was giving you such a good opportunity. How it became? So in the first candle itself, it closes below the narrow ADR level. So once that is closed, I am looking out the low of that particular candle which is closed below the narrow ADR. I'm looking for to breakout, but the second candle is not given the breakout, but the third one is given you the breakout, and I can keep the second candle high as a stop loss. There is a good move from that, almost 242, almost 230, 10 rupees that moves. But the stock which we are looking at one day prior, the second one, Wipro, Motherson, let me check this, how it is today. In this case, Wipro, it is happening around 215, that lower level is broken. Maybe if you are taking, it's not good for an intraday around 215 to 230. But initially it was not gone about to this higher level area and finally reaching to the lower area. Maybe this is not the right one. And Motherson Sumi, let me check this. And this one, yeah, here you can look at this third candle which closes below, and if it is breaks and we are looking at, and it given you the stop. Okay, and 2 or 3 times it tested, but it is never closed below. Okay, and here is again closed, and the closing hours we are not looking at, but here also it is closing below to the level lower, that is narrow, and previous day also be very narrow, that close is happening, and it is still keep on moving lower. And idea I'm not looking for Gujarat Gas and ICICI product. That's happening. So today it broken and closed by closing hours, not an opportunity. And second thing which we are looking for ICICI product and Bandhan Bank, which I have already looked up. So today this is also given you such a big opportunity, and it is closed below the ADR level, and then it is moving down. Okay, so like this we will easily find out those stocks by the scanner. So those are what are conditions on the scanner which we have created with a single line, but it is not possible without a custom indicator. So we can't create it in a single line. So but even we created, and now it is working for our intraday strategy. So those are what are narrow, which is those two stocks like Idea. Let me check Idea whether how it is looks like, because of low value stocks. And look at this, the price is just about 15.4, so that's why even it is looks at a very narrow. So yesterday and today, and every time it will be came into the scanner, so we'll easily filter out from this. Okay, so the narrow for tomorrow is about ABFRL and Exide. One more thing, so if the stock closes below that level, so you will be looking at for a opportunity. And one more thing, today based on our dashboard, so we have a lot of stocks which we find out for an opportunity ADR scanner. So like a persistence, it was initially second candle and then returned back. Sun Pharma, that works well in the first candle, first 15 minutes. And let me look at the Sun Pharma and our 15 minutes time frame. It's a huge one, so I'm not want to take that much of big risk, because a big candle, maybe ADR low also be less, and that closing is around big. But after that, it is giving you some move, but some side downside. So we have a lot of stuff that was giving you such opportunity. IRCTC, IOC are a downside. So overall market condition also we have to look at. So here is about IRCTC big drop, and IOC. That is a one more thing which this is happening on the first candle itself. So overall market is negative, but this is started with negative itself, the first candle itself. So according to the markets, we will be looking at whether bullish or bearish, and something like LTI entry and persistence. It was in perfect reversal. I'll let you know that. And the first 15 minutes, you can see the second 15 minutes candle. It's a huge candle. So if I'm taking an entry at this top of 8,600, maybe my stop loss would be 8,300. That much of risk is not good for an intraday. So that's why we are not looking at this. And finally it is moving down, and it is closed below the level, and then it try to reach the lower level. So the narrow, which always works for intraday, and we have the code which we are going to create very quickly, and this is for a 15 minutes intraday. So lot of stocks today in the first 15 minutes, and everything was working good, because overall market is more than 1%, so it is happening. But regularly this will work for our intraday as well as that narrow range, combining with the narrow. So that is even we will easily filter out the stocks, one or two for an intraday. So I hope you understood the concept, and this scanner which is already available on our Telegram group. So currently my WhatsApp number which is shown on this video is not working. So if you want to connect with me, so the link of my Telegram, which is available in the description, so you can connect through me, the Telegram link. So until my WhatsApp get back. So thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update. Thank you.